Graveyard Keeper here. We saw dropped Rhea RIPley in the grave by accident. We kind of dropped her on her head, and we can't turn her around now. She's laying on her belly, ass up, and just gonna have to bury her that way. Okay, so the new meta on 4chan. PW, the wrestling form, the new meta is that we say about female wrestlers, no matter how hot they are, we say ugly freak, 0 people will attend her funeral. Okay, so it's nothing personal. We know that you're hot, you know. You see a female wrestler, like, oh, what an ugly freak. Nobody will attend her funeral. 0 people will attend her funeral, you know, just an unwolfed, ugly. Nobody's gonna come to her funeral. Okay, so it took me a few days to kind of get why the joke is so funny until I got the hint, like, hey, I should write a fanfic about Rhea RIPley. You know, what if she, let's make it funny. What if she slipped on a banana and she died? So we can write a fanfic about how, her funeral is gonna be wacky. Like a cartoon, like Looney Tunes funeral, okay? So, it got pretty bad last night. It got pretty bad. I wrote some fanfics, tagged Rhea RIPley on Twitter, make sure she sees. But I also tagged Harley Cameron. I had to show my fanfics to Harley Cameron. The hot, the one with the puppet, with the big boobs and the puppet, the cat lady, right, from AW. She's a really cool. I do watch her every week. Harley is a quite. She can put a smile on your face. She's a fucking comedian, okay? She's fucking good. Definitely one of my favorites, and I'm like, I know that she's gonna laugh at this. It's not like I'm not trying to seduce you. I'm not trying to, get in your DMs. Just like, I just want to make you laugh. Okay, she makes us laugh, and now I'm like, I know Harley's gonna laugh at this. She's gonna want to see this. She's gonna be like, because the last time she was on the MVP podcast, she did a joke with the puppet. She had like a bird puppet. And MVP was like, well, why is the puppet cranky? What has been he doing all night? And she's like, eating ass. And she just starts like laughing. So she makes eating ass jokes. Okay. Eating ass. Eating ass. So, what makes it more funny? You throw Rhea RIPley. She mutes you, she gets angry, but she calms down. You tag, Harley Cameron, Queen Aminata, Asuka, you tag in the joke. Now the girls at work saw the joke. Now they're like cracking jokes at her. So, because I'm a piece of shit, tomorrow Asuka is gonna see Rhea RIPley, she's gonna be like, hey, Rhea RIPley, they're gonna drop you in the grave, wrong side up. Hey, Rhea RIPley, 0 people attend your funeral. And she's gonna realize that I posted the fanfic to Asuka, and Asuka laughed, and she's like busting her, and she's gonna get so fucking angry, bro. Okay. Annoy Auntie Rhea. Raise her blood pressure. Mission accomplished, okay? 0 people. Actually, I laughed so much. I'm gonna read this, okay? I'm gonna read these. So, please don't drink or eat anything, because if you laugh, you're gonna choke. I choked yesterday, okay? Okay, so I choked Well, I was drinking banana juice at like 4:20 a.m. Okay, I'm drinking juice and I get the idea. What if the graveyard keepers, when they're burying Rhea RIPley, they open her mouth and they put like a Tim Tam, and she just gets buried with a Tim Tam, and I just choke, spit the banana juice back in the bottle, and I'm just I almost died, bro. Okay, I wanna do the Tim Tam joke. So we're gonna use a cocos choco. We're gonna use cocos and choco. And so they're gonna, imagine I'm Rhea RIPley and the graveyard keepers just gonna do everything. And they bury ya. And they bury ya. Okay. And until I gets buried with a Tim Tam in her mouth. Okay. You know how they say when somebody's dead, you gotta close their eyes to make sure that they rest. We're gonna open Ontario's eyes and her mouth, make her look. They're gonna raise her hand. They're gonna bury her looking like this. I don't know if you're getting the joke, but she's gonna get me killed. Listen, she gets angry when you make fun of her when she's alive. Imagine how angry she gets if you're making fun about her funeral. You make fun when she's dead. We're making fun of her. Oh shit, my hair. Ontario, they're gonna open her eyes and make sure they bury her with open eyes, with open mouth, just like, raise her hands, and that's how they bury her. She just lays down in the ground. Wasn't there like a Simpsons joke where they buried some guy like like he was like fighting in fear somebody? You shall know no eternal peace. Oh boy. So you can see, you can understand why I choked and almost died last night. Okay? And why I don't want you currently to eat or drink anything, because I don't want you to like choke. If you're driving a car, that's not a good idea. You don't want to burst out laughing when you're driving a fucking car, okay? So please do not operate heavy machinery or moving vehicles when you are listening to this. Anyway, a few facts about the late Rhea RIPley. Died sleeping on a banana, looking for Tim Tams. 0 people attended her funeral. Dropped on her head into the grave by accident. And also, it's my idea that when they lower her into the grave, they're gonna do a mistake. They're gonna drop her on her belly, so she's gonna be head first, belly first into the grave, and her ass is gonna be facing up. So it's just gonna be just splatter on the ground with her naked ass facing up, and they're like, well, we can't go down there to the grave to flip her, so we're just gonna bury her with her ass up. So Rhea RIPley is gonna be the first human to be buried ass up. You know, like in one of those like mass graves from the medieval wars when there's like 1,000 dead people and they just throw them in a pit, they just fucking bury them. You know, she just with her ass up. She's or I'm thinking, what if Rhea RIPley fell asleep eating too many Tim Tams and they mistook her for being dead because she entered like a deep slumber, her blood pressure got low. She entered a deep slumber from eating too many Tim Tams. They're like, you know, the doctor comes to check up on her. She's gone, buddy. She's gone. Get her buried in the backyard. I pronounce she's dead. Get her buried. So, you know, she's like, on TV is like, she's like snorting. You know, they quickly dig a grave, fucking bury her, you know, do the funeral rites. And then she starts to wake up like half an hour later. She's like, hey, what? Hey, what the fuck? I was asleep. Why am I buried? Why am I buried? Buddy Matthews, I was asleep. Why did you have me buried? Who pronounced me dead? You know, she woman can't fall asleep without that they pronounce her dead and get her buried. Okay. Anyway, a passing boy had an upset stomach and threw up in her grave. There was you know, as they were burying Rhea RIPley, some boy was passing and he was like, ugh, my tummy hurts, I'm gonna throw up. And he just comes like, this looks like a nice hole to throw up in. Ugh, I feel better now. Some boy ate too many gummy bears. They decided to throw up some gummy bears on top of it. Now, here's the problem. Graveyard keepers had to jump on top of her to get her inside the grave because when they dug in the grave, her shoulders are too big and her pee-pee is sticking out. She's got a massive schlong, okay? So they tried to put her in the grave, she's fucking, shoulders are fucking sticking out. She can't fall all the way down, so she's like this. They're like, listen, we're gonna need to jump on top of her. So they start jumping on top of her fucking rib cage. She finally like kind of gets in, her pee-pee is still sticking out. They're like, well, we're just gonna put some dirt on top of her. It's gonna count that we buried her. And just put some dirt on top of her. She's gonna decay naturally in like 2 or 3 weeks. She's just gonna collapse fully into the grave. So just let her decompose naturally, okay? She had a massive erection, pee-pee like an Excalibur sword. Okay, her pee-pee is like that. They say when people die, they get like a hard-on. On Kiril is like fucking. Let's just say she was really excited about dying. Pilgrims actually came and tried to pull her penis away like an Excalibur sword. Okay, so we had you know, brave knights from the kingdom, you know, warpers coming to like pulling her pee-pee for good luck. Who pulls her pee-pee is gonna be the next King Arthur, King of the kingdom. Worms refused to eat her, so she never decomposed it. You know, the worms are like, you know, bad meat, too much ink. She got too many tattoos, too much ink. Worms don't want to eat her, so she's not going to decompose. She's just going to stay fresh forever. She's going to stay like a corpse. And that's what happens when you get tattoos, kids. And that's why you shouldn't get tattoos, okay? Also, they mistook the They mistook the embalming fluid for chocolate. So Rhea was pumped full of chocolate like an eclair. Okay, on Tyria they pumped her full of chocolate, and when you boop her with your finger, chocolate comes out of her eyes. Just like, whoop. On Tyria became an eclair. Also, the embalming intern honked her boobies. Don't tell anyone. It's some. They got some kid working on the mortuary. He's like, honk honk. The graveyard keeper smoked cigarettes on top of her. They're just talking about her. Rhea RIPley. Rhea RIPley. This one was tap 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 tap. Smoking shit. Buddy forgot about her in one day and married Alexa Bliss. Okay, so as soon as they're like, cops come in the house with the doctors. They're like, buddy, your wife Rhea, I'm afraid she's dead. She slipped on a banana peel and she died. And he didn't even see her. Like the dogs call the police. The dogs are like, woof woof, beep beep with the nose, beep beep beep. 9/11. So buddy is playing Fortnite, okay, and the dogs are like, woof woof. Calling. The dogs get the phone. They're like, beep beep beep, dialing with the nose. Woof woof. And the cop on the other side says, what's that, boy? Rhea RIPley died? We're coming, boy. They come, the cops with the doctor is like, we got a call from the docs, your wife died. He's like, what? I was just playing Fortnite. What is going on in here? They go in the kitchen, but he's like, oh, how did I notice my wife died? She's just like, dead in the kitchen. He's like, oh, jeez. He just doesn't say anything. They're like, okay, we're gonna take her away to the mortuary. Sign here that your wife died. You inherit the mansion. You inherit all her money. He's like, oh, okay. And then, they take her away. They wrap her in like a McDonald's wrap. They take her away like a giant cheeseburger. Like a McRib. On Tyria, like a McRib. When they take her to the mortuary, they're gonna say, hey, the McRib is back. The McRib is here. We brought the McRib, okay? You think she's gonna be like, then rapper, she's like a vampire. Comfy sleeper like a vampire. She's waiting for the kiss. She's waiting for the prince to kiss her so she can wake up. Instead, they just put dirt on her face. Hey, she's dead. Put dirt on her face. Oh man, she's gonna kill me. If she sees this video, she's gonna fucking kill me, bro. She might actually, in fact, kill me one day, okay? So, Buddy is like, just scratching his head. He's like, starts dialing the phone. Hello, Alexa Bliss, my wife died. Wanna hook up? Where are we? They cremated her but mistook the urn and she ended up in a black pepper meal at a local bistro. So yeah, these mistakes actually do happen. When they cremate Auntie Rhea, turn her into powder, they might kind of have like an accident and somehow she ends up in a black pepper meal. You know, they bring her to a restaurant, people put her on their meals, or she accidentally ends up in an Italian bistro and they mistake her for flour, so they make a pizza with her. They make her into a dough, they bake her into a pizza, and and like people ate her and, you know, shut her out. And yeah, Auntie Rhea got turned out baked into a quattro stagioni pizza. The end. Oh man. And there was one comment on 4chan yesterday. The comment was, it's crazy how you can type this shit about a fellow human being. It's like you have no sense of humanity at all. And I'm like, Rhea RIPley, a fellow human being? Give me a break. And they also said, kill yourself, Kiril, freedom of speech. Hold on, I gotta. What anonymously people you want to fuck Buddy. You hate Rhea because you're jealous of her. You can't stop talking about food because you're fat as shit. I bet you're eating or cooking right now. You look like Kevin Kelly. Oh man. You hate Rhea because you're jealous of her. You can't stop talking about food because you're fat as shit. I bet you're eating or cooking right now. You look like Kevin Kelly. Man, whoever that anonymous poster is, he or she really hates me. I bet you're eating or cooking right now. You're fat as shit. We got a new comment. We got a new comment. We got a new comment on the Soy Jack party, so we're gonna read it now. I don't even know, like, I just saw this, okay? I just saw this, I didn't even read it. So we're gonna read it together now. New comment on Soy Jack party. So I was writing about, I was writing that Rick has a bondage fetish, and so let's see what fan mail we got anonymously. Literally an overweight fat fuck who spends all day and night ban evading, but don't worry. I'll be here to keep reporting you even when you evade. I fucked your wife, by the way, with my big Polish dick. Rhea, stop pretending to be Polish, man, okay? We all know it's you. Who else is gonna call me a fat fuck, okay? Like, this is like pure hate, okay? Could be a Rhea RIPley fan girl. You know, these lesbians, they get very angry. Probably a Rhea RIPley fan girl, but I don't think a fellow guy is gonna really hate me that much. So, like, this is like some real hatred. Literally an overweight fat fuck who spends all day and night ban evading. But don't worry, I'll be here to keep reporting you even when you evade. Oh man. Goy beam. What the hell is goy beam? A term used by far-right conspiracy theorists and Holocaust denialists suggests use dark energy particles beams from Saturn to influence goyim and self-destruction race. Goy beam. Well, Ontario uses a Tim Tam beam. Okay. Anyway, where were we? Local necromancer dug her up and stole her bones to powder them and use them as fertilizer. So that's right, Ontario got her bones powdered by a necromancer who robbed her body, and he's making cures and elixirs from her bones. Satan refused to take her soul, so she's stuck in purgatory to this day, waiting patiently. And they're like, listen, Rhea, we don't know what to do with you, we don't know where to put you, just wait here in purgatory. We don't know what to do with you. Can't go to Asgard because she didn't die a warrior's death. Slipped on a banana peel, she is that does not count as a warrior's death. You will not be going to Asgard, Ontario. We might take you to, I don't know. I guess we can return her back to Earth. We can put her in Middle Earth. How about it? We can put her in Middle Earth with the hobbits. It's Lord of the Rings, but Ontario wants to fuck all the hobbits, and she's like the Lord of the Rings. Okay, she's got nose rings, and she wants to fuck all the hobbits. Okay. She shows up at like the Elven Kingdom. She's like, hey, I'm an elf too. They're like, no, you're not. You're a whore. You're not an elf. That white makeup is not fooling anybody. We elves don't have that many tattoos. I'm sorry. You're not an elf. You're tattooed like an orc. Like Uruk-hai. You got the nose ring. You got the tattoos. Well, you're not an elf, sweetheart. You're an Uruk-hai orc. Local villagers put a really heavy stone on her grave so she can get out as a zombie. Okay, so we had to. Some villagers came and they put her like a really heavy stone so she can get out because Ontario is very dangerous even when she's dead. We don't want her like doing like my hair is crazy, bro. The bank repossessed the house and threw all her wabudos in the trash can. That's going to happen when Ontario dies. They're gonna the bank. They're gonna be like, what do we do with all these wabudos? And they're like, well, in the trash. All these wabudos in the trash. I'm sure they had a lot of value to her. However, for the rest of us grown-ups, in the trash is bringing the value of the house down into the trash. Okay, they're gonna recycle the wabudos and make plastic cups with them. Okay. Hey, yo, Tony. I can't. Oh, and she's gonna kill me, bro. She's gonna fucking kill me. So, someday, one day, she's gonna somehow pay fucking thugs. She's gonna pay thugs to like kidnap me. She's gonna fucking put needles in my pee-pee. She's gonna think of something horrible. Like she's fucking angry, bro. Okay. One day, after all these jokes and tagging Asuka and Harley Cameron, after all these jokes, she's gonna have me kidnapped and she's gonna do something horrible to me. She's gonna put needles in my pee-pee. She's gonna be, you think it's funny now, huh? You think it's funny now? Saying that I hit the wall, huh? You think it's funny? Who's laughing now? Bogan. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now, Drongo? I'm gonna give you the raw prawn. You're gonna. What else did I write? Anyway, 0 people attended her funeral. Very sad. We were the ones putting her in. Even we didn't want to be in there, bro. They say she was a famous hockey player or something. Well, she's worm food now. I think that's all the jokes I wrote. I think that's it. I wrote about her. I wrote about her having a bondage fetish. Somebody anonymously really hates me, okay? Somebody, as soon as I posted, 15 minutes later, you know, I'm being told I'm a fat fuck, you know. Like, you don't understand how funny it is, okay? You don't understand, like, you write some jokes, and it's like, 15 minutes later, somebody anonymously really hates you, and they're like, you want to fuck, buddy, you're a fat fuck, overweight, subhuman, kill yourself, and, you're probably eating food right now. It's like, come on, bro. I want to know who hates me that much. Like, it can't be a guy, because guys on 4chan, they love me. Okay, they laugh at the jokes. They say Kiril is very based. Okay, so I am more over on 4chan than Rhea RIPley is on 4chan. I just, you know, one day I want to know the truth, like, which some Rhea RIPley lesbian fangirl who browses 4chan because women gotta fit in, they gotta be anywhere. Was it the real Rhea RIPley herself just coping and seething? You know, she's just imagine her sitting on her $5,000 kingpin chair and her giant desk, you know, medieval desk from the Victorian age. And she's got like the most expensive laptop, the MacBook Elite Pro. And this guy posted online about my funeral that they were gonna drop me in the grave upside down, and he tagged Harley Cameron, and now she's gonna laugh at me. Harley Cameron is gonna laugh at me. She's just like screaming, just throwing my boo dolls around like, eh. It's like, you gotta understand on 4chan, we make jokes about ourselves. The same way, like nothing is sacred. We make jokes about our funerals. I mean, we're saying these things about all the other women as well. You know, we're saying, you know, the other women, ugly freak, zero people will attend her funeral. Okay, I wasn't the first to say it. Okay, so just because I got creative, I'm sorry for getting creative with writing her funeral. Okay, and I was nice. I was like, Auntie, she slipped on a banana peel. You know, she had like a cartoon funny death. Okay, she didn't choke on cum and died. Okay, she didn't choke and died on cum. Auntie, you know, just you know, she kind of she was cleaning the bathroom. Okay, and she mixed bleach with ammonia, and she got gassed by accident, and she died. Okay, and now she's in the underworld. You know, stuck in the underworld, a samurai jack, and she's gotta get away. She's gotta find the passage out of the underworld. Yeah, she thought she saw a Tim Tam in the fireplace, and she kind of tripped and fell into the fireplace and just, you know, burned like a piece of wood, like a wok. So here's the. So you want to know the story of how Rhea RIPley died? Well, she was baking a turkey for Thanksgiving, and she had to check if the turkey was done. So she crawled around. She crawled inside the oven, and she closed the door to not let it get cold. And she's inside the oven with the turkey baking. She's like, I think this is coming on nice. Oh man, I'm getting woozy. Oh. She just gets baked with a turkey. One day, I think they say 15 minutes of laughing is good for you. They say 15. It's 38 minutes. It's 38 minutes. They say 15 minutes of laughing is good for you. Well, it's 38 minutes. We might. I think Rhea RIPley is keeping me alive. She can pay to have me killed at any point. Okay, so she is rich. She can have me killed. I think she's waiting for white sabers to be invented so she can like kill me with a white saber. Okay, she wants to have a red white saber. Will she have a red or a purple white saber? Maybe she's like Maze Windu. She's into black guys, or she's gonna have a red white saber. She likes red. She likes the color red. Just black robes and a red white saber. She's gonna embrace her hatred